The first thing the woman did after being reborn was to personally destroy the goddess temple that the emperor had built for her. She buried the divine goddess painting, which had once helped the emperor become a king, in the ruins. The woman was originally a goddess from heaven. In her previous life, she had come down to earth to face an ordeal and was saved by a fallen prince. To repay his kindness, she used the divine goddess painting that could connect with heaven to help the man gain power and become an emperor. She even gave birth to a son for him. However, a relationship between a human and a deity violated heavenly laws. The queen mother ordered her to destroy the divine goddess painting and completely cut off their relationship, returning to the celestial realm. But the woman chose to be banished to the mortal world rather than destroy the painting and sever the emotional bond. As a result, she lost all her powers and became an ordinary human. When the man realized she was no longer useful to him, he began to look down on her. Eventually, he listened to the scheming woman's lies and wanted to take her blood to save the scheming woman. Without hesitation, the man slashed her throat. Unexpectedly, when she opened her eyes, she found herself reborn. At this moment, the celestial messenger was persuading her not to give up her goddess status for an ordinary human. With the painful experience of her previous life, the woman in this life would not make the same mistake again. She immediately told the celestial messenger to inform the queen mother that she would return to heaven in 7 days and personally destroy the divine goddess painting, cutting off the connection completely. After hearing this, the celestial messenger was happy for the woman and returned to heaven. At this time, the man came with his son and asked the woman to use the divine goddess painting to help him fight against the Xiongnu. The woman lied, saying that the heavenly forces were currently busy and that she would be able to summon the heavenly soldiers and generals in 7 days. Upon hearing the woman's definite answer, the man felt somewhat reassured. At this point, the son complained that he was hungry. The man immediately blamed the woman for leaving the child in the care of the scheming woman all day and not preparing any food for the child. She wasn't even a proper mother. The son, however, blamed the woman, saying that she didn't want to give him the elixirs. Although the son was too young to withstand the energy of the elixirs, the woman was doing it for his own good. However, the son, influenced by the scheming woman, thought the woman was looking down on him and instead believed that the scheming woman was very kind to him. The woman didn't want to argue with the blind and foolish father and son. She knew that in 7 days, she would leave this heartbreaking place. The next day was the woman's birthday. The man decided to comfort her for the sake of the country's fortune. He ordered someone to tell her that he would accompany her for her birthday. Upon hearing this, the woman was greatly relieved. She prepared a big meal, waiting for the father and son. However, the guards told her that the father and son were at the scheming woman's residence. So the woman took the food box and went there. She overheard the son saying that he wanted the scheming woman to be his mother and spoke poorly of the woman as his mother. Although she was hurt, she still entered the house with the food box. The man, however, thought the woman was being unreasonable and scolded her. At this moment, the son tasted the woman's food and immediately spat it out, saying it was too bad. Then he asked the woman for the elixirs. She said that he was too young to take them. However, the scheming woman didn't believe it and immediately brought a bowl of elixirs she had found and prepared. The son happily ate one, but suddenly felt severe pain in his abdomen. The woman immediately used her magic to expel the elixirs from his body. However, the son didn't thank her. Instead, he turned the situation around, claiming that he had been poisoned by the woman's food. The man, who had been swayed by the scheming woman, immediately slapped her and took her outside to reprimand her again. Hearing this, the woman was heartbroken. Now, their son was 10 years old, but she